What if I told you one thing that happened off the football field sparked the downfall of Russell Wilson's career? It doesn't have to do with X's or O's or practice or watching game film. It has to do with a physical room. In August, before the Broncos' disaster of a season started, this was reported. Zach Stevens tweeted out, "Russell Wilson has an office in the Broncos facility. Dalton Reisner just confirmed." That is not normal and shows just how valuable Russ is to the team. My question is, why would a quarterback want their own office? They're supposed to be the leader of the team, especially the offense. They touch the ball on almost 100% of the plays. You might be saying, oh, maybe he wanted to watch extra film there. Why would you want to watch film alone? Wouldn't you want to watch with your offensive teammates so you can discuss your game plan and look for tells on opposing teams' defenses? I think Wilson having his own office sent a clear message to the team that he is above them, especially because no other players on this team have their own office. And even this tweet is just a red flag to me. That is not normal, the tweet says, and shows just how valuable Russ is to the team. So you're saying this one player is more valuable to the team and is going to be treated better than other players? Yes, having an office physically divides a team by, yes, literal walls, but also this mentally divides a team. And it turns out this isn't the first time Russell Wilson has acted in a way that makes it seem that he's above the team. Weird things happened back in Seattle too. Marshawn Lynch was on Richard Sherman's podcast earlier this season. They were discussing Russ and the Broncos' struggles. Lynch said, quote, "I really want to reach out to Dog." Sherman interjected, quote, "Then reach out to him," his manager. Sherman then repeated with a little smirk, looking directly at the camera, "his manager." How crazy is that? How crazy is it that his own teammates couldn't have his phone number, and if they wanted to talk to him, they had to go through his manager? And not to mention, these two teammates, Marshawn Lynch and Richard Sherman, were all pros. They were some of the best in the league. But it shouldn't matter how good of a player you are, though. A teammate is a teammate, and you should be able to contact your teammate without having to go through their manager. And oh yeah, Pete Carroll might have inadvertently hinted at something too after the Broncos lost to the Seahawks in week 1 of this season. Carroll said, quote, "The game isn't about an individual player here or there. It's about the team. This is the ultimate team sport. And sometimes when so much focus goes, and it kind of jumble, it just rubs guys wrong, I guess." We all know how much players risk every time they step onto the field. Football is a dangerous sport. Think about stepping onto the field and risking so much with a guy who won't even give you his phone number, or won't talk to you on the phone directly, or needs his own office instead of just the quarterback room. If the Broncos were winning and Russ was playing well, this office probably wouldn't be that much of a discussion, right? Well, guess what? They aren't playing well, and Russ is a huge reason why they're losing. We saw KJ Hamler's frustration when Russ missed him wide open in the end zone, which resulted in a loss versus the Colts. Hamler was wide open running the slant route, and Russ never even looked his way. Hamler threw his helmet to the ground and was screaming in frustration. A few weeks later, a video was tweeted of Russ trying to high-five his teammates walking down the tunnel at halftime. Some of them high-fived him back, but a lot didn't even look his way and kept walking. And most recently, defensive tackle Mike Purcell was yelling at Russell Wilson on the sideline. Seeing a guy get all this special treatment while simultaneously being a big reason why the team I'm on is 3-9 would rub me the wrong way if I was one of his teammates too. Football is the ultimate team game. Dividing yourself from the team in any sort of way is never going to yield a positive result. If Russ was more involved with this team and acted like his other teammates, I feel confident in saying the Broncos would have a better record. And listen, I'm not trying to sit here and say, oh, Russ is a terrible guy or this or that. I just don't think he's a good leader. I think it just shows the leadership trait cannot be overstated in quarterbacks. It's not something everyone has. Everyone is not a natural born leader. All this also just looks really bad because we were all saying while Russ was in Seattle, let Russ cook. Oh my gosh, why does Seattle run the ball so much? And then he leaves Seattle. He actually gets the chance to cook, and it's a disaster. It looks like Pete Carroll was almost the one making him look good. It looked like Russ did rely a lot on that run game. And now we're seeing how Geno Smith is playing in Seattle. It makes Pete Carroll look like a genius. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of Russ's office. Appreciate you guys. Peace.